Good morning, children. Today's thought: never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Children, right now you must be feeling that when you are learning something, one day it will come to an end. One day schooling will come to an end. One day all education will come to an end. But this does not happen. Rather, once everything of education is over, a new thing starts, wherein we are free to decide things on our own. But that is also the time where life starts teaching us. And that is why it is better that we keep an attitude of learning throughout the life. Because we learn from experiences, we learn from observation, we learn from situation. So, we should never stop learning. With this thought, let's continue with our exercise for laws of motion. The next question is complete the following table. As you can see here, values are given and formula is also given. So here you just have to find out one of the values by putting in the other three values in the given formula. Children, observe carefully. Here formula is already given. Along with the formula, unit is also given. So if such question you get an exam, keep in mind that formula is already there. You have also been given the unit. So what you have to do is stepwise properly solve and write the answer along with proper units. So let's get started with the first sum. Here v is equal to u plus 80. So by putting in the values, you get 2 plus 4 multiplied by 3. 4 3s are 12 and 12 plus 2 is 14. Next you have to find out initial velocity. So v minus 80. 5 2s are 10, that is 80, and 20 minus 10 is 10 meter per second. Next you have to find the displacement, for which the formula is already given ut plus half at square. By putting in the values, you solve and you get the answer as 69 meter. Next, you have to find out the value of acceleration a from the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. So here, to find out the value of a, you have to rearrange. Now a is multiplied by t square. So when you take it on either side, t square gets divided and 2 gets multiplied. So 2 multiplied by s minus ut. Since it is multiplied by both, that is why it is taken in bracket s minus ut. And it is divided by t square. Now you have to put in the values and solve. So the answer that you get is 8 meter per second square. Next, s is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. Here you have to find out s with the given formula. And the given formula is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, you know. So again you have to rearrange. So 2a gets divided and you just put in the values. So the answer that you get for the displacement is 8 meters. The last one, u square is equal to v square minus 2as. Here also since you are supposed to calculate initial velocity, so the other terms are rearranged. So 10 square minus 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 8.4. So the answer that you get is 16. Now this is the value of square as it is u square. So 16 meter square per second square. But you are supposed to find out the value of u. So you will have to find out the square root of u square. And square root of 16 is 4. So the value of u is 4 meter per second. Next question. Complete the sentences and explain them. Here the question is of fill in the blanks and we are going to write only the fill in the blanks. The first one is the minimum distance between start and finish points of motion of an object is called the displacement of the object. Second, deceleration is negative acceleration. C, when an object is in uniform circular motion, its velocity changes at every point. D, during collision, total momentum remains constant. E, the working of a rocket depends on Newton's third law of motion. Give scientific reasons. First one, when an object falls freely to the ground, its acceleration is uniform. First point, when a body falls freely, the only force acting on the body is due to gravity. Near the Earth's surface, this force on a given body is practically uniform, and hence a body falls freely to the ground has a uniform acceleration. Next, even though the magnitude of action force and reaction force are equal and their directions are opposite, their effects do not get cancelled. Action and reaction forces always act in pairs simultaneously. They act on different objects. Hence, they do not cancel each other, though they have an equal magnitude and opposite direction. It is easier to stop a tennis ball as compared to a cricket ball when both are traveling with the same velocity. The momentum of a body is the product of its mass and velocity. The mass of a cricket ball is greater than that of a tennis ball. Hence, if the two balls have same velocity, the momentum of a cricket ball will be greater than that of tennis ball. Also, a cricket ball is harder than a tennis ball. Therefore, it is easier to stop a tennis ball as compared to a cricket ball when both are traveling with the same velocity. The velocity of an object at rest is considered to be uniform. An object is said to be in uniform motion when it has constant speed. For an object at rest, its speed is 0 all the time. Hence, the velocity of an object at rest is considered to be uniform. Take 5 examples from your surroundings and give explanation based on Newton's laws of motion. So here you have to write the law and then give examples. Here we have not taken all the 5 examples. We have taken at least 2 examples for each law. First law states that an object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. The example is, when we dust a carpet by lifting it, the carpet is set into motion and dust remains in its state of rest. Thus the carpet is cleaned. When a bus starts suddenly, the passengers receive a backward jerk. Passengers in a moving bus get a jerk in the forward direction when the bus stops suddenly. So these 3 are all the examples of Newton's first law of motion, that is of inertia. Newton's second law of motion states that rate of change of momentum occurs in the direction of force. First example, in a high jump athletic event, the athlete is made to fall on a sandy bed. This increases the time taken by the athlete to come to rest on making a jump. Therefore, there is a decrease in the rate of change of momentum and force is also decreased. This reduces the risk of injury to the athlete. Second, when a bullet is fired from a gun, it moves with tremendous velocity. Therefore, it possesses a very large momentum and pierces through the wooden plank. But when the same bullet is thrown with hand, it moves with very small velocity and possesses very small momentum. Hence, it hardly scratches the wooden plank which it strikes. Now, the third law of motion. Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which acts simultaneously. First example, when a bat strikes a ball, the ball also exerts an equal in magnitude and opposite in direction force of reaction on the bat at the same time. The force on the ball increases its velocity and the force on the bat slows down its forward motion by the ball. A person while swimming gushes the water in backward direction. At the same time, he experiences an equal in magnitude and opposite in direction push in forward direction due to the force of reaction of water. So children, write these question answers in your copy and complete your copies. Thank you.